Hi! Happy Monday. Oh, I missed you guys. If you are not in my group, you probably don't know this. So Sunday, I do chats and trainings inside my group. And because I wasn't feeling well, I didn't do it. So now I feel like one, guilty, and then two, that I miss you guys just so much. How are you guys doing? I wanted to tell you something in case you forgot to know this. I wanted to tell you congratulations for making it through Monday. Oh, you did it! I'm so proud of you. I made it through Monday too. Super excited. Oh my gosh. I'm even more excited about our special guest tonight. Her name is Miss Daphne. So she will be coming out here shortly. Definitely, if you watched us before, you know that we go through our segments, right? So let's go ahead and get started. Put in the comments how your Monday went. If you did anything exciting or fun this weekend, that would be awesome too. I really want to hear about it. I guess I'll start with my weekend. So my weekend was surprisingly very chill, right? I'm normally doing stuff for a client, or I'm, working on something for a course that I'm working on and things like that. Or, I'm just sleep, basically. Like it's either this, or I'm sleep. But actually this weekend I spent a lot of time with my family. We decorated gingerbread cookies. We watched, I had got my kids to literally sit down and watch the movie Little Woman. Not the new one. I'm talking about the old school one that I'm used to when I was growing up, with Winona Ryder and Kirsten. I forgot what her last name. I want to say Bell. Dunst. Kirsten Dunst is in it, and they got to see the story about Little Women growing up into the women that got married and had children. And I was very surprised. They actually were extremely engaged in the movie. So that was a win-win for me right there. So I was super excited, and that's how my weekend was. Basically, that's all I did. I did do some work, but this is basically what I did. So let's go ahead and get into our topics for tonight, shall we? All right, business relevant. So while I'm happy and chipper, this is a very serious conversation, an article that I read today. It's about SNAP benefits. So SNAP benefits, if you don't know what those are what people, the actual government name, that's food stamps. So to give you a little bit of history about food stamps came around from the government in order to help lower income families be able to feed themselves, feed their children. A lot of people were coming back from the wars and were needing help and assistance with food. And that was a governmental program that they created in order to support lower income families. SNAP has gone through a couple of different branding rebrands. So it's gone from like certificates to actual paper dollars to various different colors and looks of the debit card that people use. So you're probably like, Antonia, why are you telling me about food stamps and SNAPs? Because, and this is why this is business relevant, because there is a huge issue going on with this particular program that people now in the pandemic, COVID, are trying to keep themselves safe and not go to the grocery stores. Because if you think about it, a lot of families and people who are on food stamps or the SNAP program are older citizens, right? And they're more at risk of getting COVID. Everyone is at risk of getting it, but just for those people, it really makes you think about it, right? So the article I was reading was talking about how 70% of people who are on food stamps or SNAP are unable to purchase their groceries online. Honestly, the only big box reseller that I know of that allows people to use their EBT or SNAP benefits, food stamps, whatever the word is you want to call it, online is Amazon. It allows people to use their debit cards online to purchase their groceries, to get them delivered within like 4 hours or something. So I think that's awesome. It is making Amazon a lot of money, right? The fact that they were able to negotiate a contract with the government to get that done and then figure out a way on the back end technically to take that money off of the cards is amazing. And it feels such a need. I'm a big proponent of small businesses, but I really love that Amazon is now doing that and accepting that. So that makes me go into the business relevant topic of that particular article. It's the pivoting. We pivot as small business owners every single day in our business. We're rewriting policies, we're changing processes, we're hiring people, we're dropping merchants, we're getting new vendors, we are reselling and marketing to our customers at all times in different ways to figure out what works consistently for us in our business. My question is, if anyone from the government is watching, what are you guys going to do? Are you going to pivot so that your citizens who are getting these SNAP benefits or food stamps or EBTs or whatever you want to call it, groceries, even WIC online, that's Women, Infant, and Children program. They give food and milk and cereal and grains and beans to mothers when they're pregnant and then to their children after they're born. So all of these different government subsidies and support, are they going to pivot now and start to allow those people to purchase groceries online at more places than just Amazon? I really hope they do, because I think it would be really beneficial. Oh, I'm a fibber. Sorry. Walmart, I believe, also does it as well. But what about everywhere else? I know I live in Florida, so we have a Publix. Some people have Kroger's. Some people definitely have that Trader Joe's. What are all of these grocery stores going to do? And is the government going to allow more vendors and resellers to do this too? So that is definitely a topic that I was thinking about today. And I've definitely posed that question. But I love how Amazon was able to pivot in their business model and start to accept those types of benefits. And I really just want the government to take an extra step further to allow other resellers of groceries and things like that to start to accept those benefits as well. And I believe on an EBT card, you can have food and you can also have cash. So, oh my gosh, wouldn't that be helpful if you are a single mom of like 15 kids, let's just throw a number out there, and you have cash benefits on your card and you could order your child's diapers and wipes or Tylenol children's medicine because you're using the cash part of that card to get it delivered to your house instead of having to take yourself and put yourself in harm's way and also your children. I think that would be amazing. So if anyone in the government is listening, please pivot. Let's get that in the works if possible, because it is a real issue out here in these streets. Okay, so that was our business relevant topic for today. I will get off my very, very short soapbox. Okay, so next up is Hi, Antonia. So this is the segment where people either write in or I've had conversations with people about different questions that they have about their business. And the person who is watching, I know she knows who she is. I'm going to give you a new name so nobody else knows who you are. Just to, keep your privacy. So let's call her Selin Sheila. Is that okay? Okay, good. Okay, so let's call her Selin Sheila. So Selin Sheila is creating her course, but she has absolutely no idea what the title should be, right? So Selin Sheila, my advice of what I'm going to give you is definitely advice that I give people on my team, to myself, and to anyone else who is trying to create a title of something of some sort or some like tagline or something catchy. Selin Sheila, Google power words. Google power words. You will find a plethora of websites on the internet that have many, many examples of power words. And you're probably like, well, why, Antonia? I mean, she wrote in, right? Or she asked me the question. So the answer is, it's going to help you craft your catchy for one-liner, your first liner that you're writing of your either title or of your copy for your ad or for your email. And it's going to have very powerful, moving words. The art of writing copy is beautiful and it's ever evolving. Some word that may be used for when you're trying to get people who are curious may shift to now be something where people are being slothful. So it just depends. And you really want to take the time to craft your message properly so that if it's something you're trying to sell, it will convert. So Selin Sheila, before you write down all your ideas about your title or write all down your ideas about your ad copy that you're trying to create, and then go Google power words, and then pick and choose words and implant them into your sentences and see which ones work. I promise you, if you do this, it's going to move you further along and you're going to be closer to getting a title or ad copy that you can test to see if other people respond. So, Sel Sheila, that is my that's my answer to your question. I hope it was helpful, which I believe it was. Actually, I know it was. Let me not stop fibbing because she already said thank you. So, all right. So let's go ahead and move into our 2 cents. So that little soapbox that I was on, I'm actually going to get back on it. Okay. So I'm talking to my people now who live in the suburbs, right? And there's this thing that most suburbs have. And while I understand the purpose of having this thing in your suburbs, I don't like it all the time. So what I'm talking about is a homeowners association. I said it. Well, I understand the importance of a homeowner association. I understand the importance of having board meetings. I completely understand. But what I don't understand is why pictures of our house is being taken because I forgot to bring in the trash cans for one day. Like one day. Like one day. I'm sorry. It is quarantine. I don't go outside. I don't go anywhere. If I do walk, I walk up and down my stairs in my house and around, the house chasing after my 2-year-old baby. That's about it. But these homeowners associations, I understand the need for them. I totally do. And I completely respect them. However, if it's the day after trash day, please don't send me a notice that I did not bring my trash cans in. Please don't take a picture of my garage. I know what it looks like. I know my trash cans are there. I'm sorry. My children will be there tomorrow to after virtual school to go bring them in. I'm just saying, I don't think it's bringing down anybody's property value because my trash cans are sitting there for just one extra day. I'm sorry. So, okay. So that's my little 2 cents. Really, it was like a gripe session. I apologize. I'm very positive normally. So I digress, right? All right. So let me go into the next segment, which is our special guest. Okay. So super, super cute woman. Wonderful mom. Her name is Daphne. I'm going to call her Miss Daphne just because I think it makes her sound like regal, right? Miss Daphne. Okay, so Miss Daphne, she is a mom's counselor, a business and relationship coach. So just like you guys are trying to figure out what a mom's counselor is, so am I. So I'm going to find out when I bring her out. Is that okay? Okay. All right. Awesome. Okay. So go ahead. You guys, please give Miss Daphne a huge welcome and say hello because she's here. Yay! Say hi.
Hi. Hi.
How are you doing?
I'm doing great. Thank you.
Oh my goodness. You are so welcome. So Miss Daphne,
For
for those of you, oh no, I think
the
we're our
intro.
connection. Oh, okay. Awesome. I hear you. So for those of people who don't know you, please introduce yourself. Please let us know who you are.
Counselor, a business and a relationship coach. I'm out in Dubai. So very to connect.
I think you're breaking up. Let me test to see. You said you were in
All of
Dubai right now?
you. And I help mom.
Oh no, Miss Daphne, I think you're frozen. Let me see. Okay. So let's go ahead and let Miss Daphne get back on her connection of her internet. I want to make sure that you guys can see me. If you can see me, And I'm not frozen. I see you in the comments. Please, that would be awesome. Let me see. Okay, I'm looking inside the group and I can see me. Okay, great. So yes, I am able to be seen. So we're going to go ahead and let Miss Daphne connect back in. And if she comes back in, I'll go ahead and put her back on the screen. So let's go ahead and talk about some things that I love to talk about, which I was actually supposed to talk about on Sunday in my group. And it was talking about the topic of finding your niche market. Okay. So let's dig in, shall we? All right. You have an audience. You have an audience in your mind that you think that you want to sell to, correct? Okay, awesome. So take that audience and try to research them and figure out exactly who they are, what they like, what they don't like, what they're afraid of, what they're worried about. And then as you're researching all of these different things about your audience, about your ideal client, then you want to start to find where they are. So a lot of this is trial and error. Unless you have a friend of a friend of a friend who's telling you, oh my gosh, all these people need you in this group or in this network or this organization, you actually need to do trial and error. You're going to need to put yourself out there, even as an introvert. If you are an introvert, put yourself out there, put yourself into particular situations, groups, and networking circles so that you can find out if those particular people are actually your ideal client. Then once you find a group, like for example, I have this big group that I'm a part of. It has like 400,000 people in it. And majority of the people in there are my ideal clients, at least on the surface. So then what I do is I will make posts or I will respond to their posts and engage with them to figure out whether or not they're actually my ideal client. Once I just determine that they are, then I will either do a couple of things. I will send them a friend request. I may send them a message. I may invite them to come to my group because now I know that they are my ideal client, my ICA, and I will put them in my group. So then I know where they are majority of the time. They're in my group. They're on my email list. They're in my DMs, right? In my messenger. Another way that you can find your niche market is first determine what your niche actually is, right? A lot of people, when they're starting in businesses, they will be more generalized. And then as they get more experience and figured out what they want to do, what they don't like to do, or what they can charge for and make the most return on profit of, then they are zoning into their niche market, right? So in that niche market, you probably have already found where your people are. So let's give some examples of what a niche market is, okay? So a niche market is a person could start out, this is a perfect example, a general VA doing general admin things. They organize emails, they fix calendars, they might answer the phone, they might take messages, they might be thrown a special project on Excel or one or two, or they might be asked to load videos into YouTube and then figure out that they love supporting people on YouTube. Now they have a niche market. They figured out what they like to do and what they don't like to do, right? So now they're going to go and find people who need their services. Let's start again. I'm very visual. Sorry if this is too like remedial. I think Ms. Daphne got back in, so I'm going to bring her on in just a second. So let's just start again with one more example. You like cars. You like everything about cars. You like fixing cars. You like doing oil changes. You like to just go to Michelin tires, just smell the rubber, right? And somebody one day asks you if you can do a customization on their car. You figure out, okay, I love doing this. Let me see if I can find somebody else to do this, but not just any car. You like really working on foreign cars. That's as descriptive as I can get because I don't know anything about cars. But basically, you are now setting yourself up to only work with people who want to do customizations on foreign cars. You found your niche market. So instead of going to just a car show, which you can still go to, right? Because they still have those things, you would go to a car show for that particular foreign car or one where that particular foreign car that you love is spotlighted. to drum up some business. You would join organizations or car clubs that specifically focus on foreign cars, right? That is where you're going to find your niche market because now it's here. So it looks like Miss Daphne is ready to go. So I hope that's helpful. We'll talk more about that again. This is totally impromptu, but that's what you do, right? So let me see if I can get her back. Miss Daphne. Hi.
Hi.
Oh my gosh, it's so much better.
Yes. Sorry for that.
No, it's okay. I'm just so glad that you're back. I've never talked to anybody in Dubai before, so you're my first.
You. I'm excited.
Okay, so before we got disconnected, you were explaining who you were and what is a mom counselor.
Yeah. Okay. I'm a counselor and also a coach. A mom counselor is basically dealing with the psychological parts, areas of moms, the traumas that they go into, and the different challenges. So it's basically based on psychology. Whereas coaching is to help moms be where they want to be, right? So I am a business and a relationship coach. So I help moms to step up and step out in business.
Mm, I
So
love
they,
that.
thank you. So they can really live their passions, right? As moms are a great inspiration to their children.
Yes. And so many moms, we always put ourselves on the back burner. So that's awesome that you are helping them flourish and just be themselves and move forward however they want to. Because it looks like you do life and business coaching. Is that correct?
Yes, I help them with relationships because you have to have a peaceful mind, right? And good relationships with
Right.
your kids and with your partner. So when you're mentally stable and living a happy, lasting life, that's
Mm-hmm.
where you could step up and step out in the talents you have. So I work with my clients in working on their big why they want to do it, what they are most passionate about, and how they could create their vision. So we have a vision that they have with goal setting. Once that goal setting is done, then step by step with different strategies, I move them into higher levels to really achieve their goals.
Oh, okay. So when mothers come to you and they're like, okay, they probably, I'm imagining, they're saying, I feel so guilty. I absolutely love my kids. I love my husband sometimes.
Mhm.
What do I do for, like, but I really want more. How can I achieve that? What's the very first thing that you help them do?
I first help them to create a balance.
Mm-hmm.
I have a discovery call, which is always complimentary. So we see that we are a good fit with each other.
Mm-hmm.
And then I ask them what exactly they have in their life. They brainstorm all the areas that they have to cover. Because not every mom that comes has domestic help and other support, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it varies from client to client. So which mom is where she is. Once we have said that, we try to prioritize it and then set the proper balance so that everything is in synchronization. That's from where my name comes, into carousel moms, because like a carousel, a
Yeah.
mom is spinning round and round, right? It's juggling so many things. So it just helps her to create, because if a carousel is not balanced well, it tips over.
Right. That is
Right.
so good. I love your business name. That is so
Thank
good.
you so much. This was the creation of my daughter. She came up with my logo and my business name. So I've got my
Oh.
kids involved also in different ways. And that's where I encourage moms also to encourage bring their kids in,
Mm-hmm.
inspire them. And, you can get them in little things, even if they're as small as they can be. They could help with some filing, they could help something or the other, right?
Yeah.
And it makes life so easy. Like even sometimes the techie stuff I may lack somewhere, so then I would have her doing the graphics if I gave the material and all. So I have two kids, a
Mm-hmm.
son and a daughter. They've grown up, and yeah, one is 19, one is 21. Now they've
Okay.
grown,
How
so
you were
it's not that.
speaking, I was thinking they were like 12 and 13, but you just have
No,
so
no,
much
they are
love when
older.
you talk
I've
about it.
journeyed, yes, I've journeyed. So where I am when I look back at things, right? Because I had a proper 9 to 5 job and I was really doing very well. But then we believe my husband felt also that a child brought up by the mom is the best way a child is brought up. No one
Yeah.
else can take the place of a mom, right?
Hmm.
So then I was a stay-home mom, but still I would help my community very intensively, and I would take them with me. We would do it together, a role play, and do different kinds of stuff. And I've kept up my education in counseling and coaching. I'm still studying all these years,
That's
very
awesome.
passionate about it, so cracking it. So just working your timetable, that's where I help moms to set everything in a balance. It's
Hmm.
not that, the taboo is that if a mom is working, she's the worst mom on earth. She does not care about a family and she's blah blah blah. And
Oh,
also the limiting beliefs where moms, people mostly think that the home, washing, ironing, cleaning, cooking, that's the only thing a mom has to do. But moms have so much talent, right?
oh my gosh, we are
Look at your wonderful
so
self.
multifaceted.
You are multitasking. You're also like a carousel, spinning everywhere. And
Yes.
I'm sure you're loving it and your kids are loving it, and they know when mom is busy at work how and what I do, right?
Yeah.
And then the best part, what I find in being a mompreneur, is that you could schedule your calendar as per the way you want it with your timings.
Yeah.
So if you have a smaller baby that is waking up at this time earlier only, you start planning it. A mom, understands. I don't need to tell you that, right?
Yeah.
You're an
Well,
experienced
no,
mom.
I love it. I love how you incorporate your kids into your business and they are older, right? So my kids are smaller, but I do
Mhm.
incorporate them in my business. Like every time I go live, it's one, they rotate whose job it is to set up the circle light, to make sure my desk is clean. Like they do all of these things. And like my other daughter, she's learning Canva. She's learning how to create little graphics and animations. She just loves it. And my son, I actually like uh broke the secret and told them what I'm getting for them for Christmas. My business bestie gave me the idea about buying my kids a website URL so then they can go and start building their own websites and stuff like that. So I don't do community service, but I do a lot of service in my business and my kids they see it. So I think that's awesome.
Oh
Very much.
wow, that's really awesome because yeah, even if they're small, there's so many ways as you explained of getting them involved in
Mhm.
business,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, so that's really
Ah,
exciting. So, yeah, when your relationships are strong with everyone and even in the workplace, right? When people talk about relationships, they think only it's about love and romance with the one you love, right? But relationships goes much more far-fetched with your kids.
yes.
And then even in the workplace, if you don't have healthy relationships, it's not going to work with your team.
Yep. It's not going to
They
work.
need
Nobody's going to respect you. They're not going to listen.
definitely. So they should know that you're the go-to person. They can trust you, be open. The more your staff can be open with you, your team speaking to you, there's an exchange of ideas and values.
Mhm.
Because I believe even you can learn from your junior or a person much more younger than you.
Mhm.
It's not only in technology, but they come sometimes boom with an idea. You must have
Right.
seen that sometimes where they've given that idea and you never even thought of it at all.
You're so true. I mean, I'm typically always the youngest one in the group, and I'm the one with all of the ideas. And I've been through where the older generation did not want to listen. So I definitely try to make sure that I do listen to my children. They might not always get what they want, but I do listen to my children and other people who are on my team who are much younger than me too. So I totally understand that. I actually have a question here in regards to the business coaching. So, how would you approach a situation of someone when they're running a business and they're kind of feel like they're on a carousel and they're trying to scale or move to the next level or level up or however people say it? How would you help them, or what's the first thing you would help them do in order to get there?
First, I would try to to know their situation, what exactly is the problem and where it is, right? And then I would use different models and strategies because what I've seen mostly with everyone, it's not only with moms, we always go to the implementation part. We just want to implement something, blah, blah, blah. But we
Mhm.
do not see what our environment is. What is the culture? What is the needs? And I think, well, like, especially for me, when I'm working internationally, the awareness of cultures is so important
Yes.
to know the mindset,
Yes.
because most of the moms that are coming are with limiting beliefs. The transition of all of us, we are the current moms, we've
Mhm.
gone from the old thinking to the new thinking. So I help them to overcome that belief that what is the roadblock out there,
Right.
because what is in the way is the way.
What is in the way is the way. Oh,
Yes.
I like it.
So you just go, so don't move, when you're traveling somewhere, you don't try to avoid the bumps in the road, right? But you go
You just
slowly and you go through over the speed breaker and you're gone. So that's where, what is in the way is the way.
what is in the I love that. So my social media post, I'm gonna tag you in it. Because that is a really, really good one. I've said one something similar was like you don't want to eliminate fear, you want to use it. Use it as motivation to just push through different
Mhm.
struggles and different things that you're doing. And then once you get into a habit, at least what I'm finding is in my experience, is you no longer are just sitting on your laurels anymore. You're no longer letting those speed bumps in the road stop you. You're like, okay, here's another thing I got to get through. Let's do it. So let's just get it done and together. So I like that. But
Exactly.
in the
Yeah.
way
So it
is
really helps moms when, they get off those things and remove all those blockages. Like, let's talk about the current situation, right?
mhm.
The pandemic. Now, I know there's been a lot of trauma, a lot of problems and hurdles. But at the same time, when I look at it positively, had this not come, we wouldn't have been going so much online, right? And
Right.
connecting internationally.
That's
Like
right.
your awesome business, you have been going internationally, so much, which
Yes.
is amazing, which I think we maybe in the past days would have not been. It would be more okay, let's physically connect. So yeah, Antonia would be sending me the visa and the ticket, but I'm still
I
looking for that. Okay, one
love
day
Yes.
that you will be sending me that, and I want to meet you in person. You're the most wonderful
You know
person
what?
I have met.
Let COVID go away. I'm already going to the Philippines. I'm going to see another client in Greece. I'm just going to, scurry on over to Dubai and just stay a couple months.
Yay, I'm excited about that. That's awesome.
Why
I
not?
can't wait. I can't wait. I'll be checking my emails and everything daily. Is there a peak on it? Ever since I've known you, I have literally been checking your Facebook every day.
Oh my goodness, really? And what do you see, Miss Daphne? What do you like? Well, I mean,
A
if you
woman
don't like
full of
it, understand.
life, a woman
Oh,
full of life, so positive, full of energy. Where do you get all that energy from?
I'll show you backstage. I can show you in front of the
So
camera.
you're one of my role models. So I really
Oh,
love the way you are passionate about your work. And
thank you.
you're there out to lift women up, which is so beautiful. So
Well, that's why
beautiful.
we connect so easily. We're like a perfect puzzle piece fit because that is exactly what you're doing out here in the world, too. You're helping moms remove their roadblocks in order to live the life that they want to live, both in their life and in their business, which is not a small feat. You are impacting women all around the world. I mean, look, I'm here in Florida and I'm already impacted, and you haven't sent me a bill. Like, this is amazing. So I think you're awesome. Well, is there anything else that you want to tell us about being a part of there's a carousel moms? Isn't there a Facebook page or something that you want to just make sure that we know about you and how we can get in contact with you for a consultation?
Yeah, once you go to Facebook and you type Carousel Moms,
Mhm.
I'm out there, and my name is also, if you get to my personal page, that's Daphne Soares. You will see it's written mentioned there, Carousel Moms,
Mhm.
because I'm just little upgrading my other accounts, which soon will be on that same page. Everything would be, and my WhatsApp number is there, so they could click on my WhatsApp business number and message me. And I invite everyone to book a discovery call, which is so important
Yeah.
because we need to be compatible fit in the puzzle well so that we could work, because it's not a one-time journey, right?
Mm-mm.
It's like you build you upon it by one after another session, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it just depends. And I'm ready. I, have the image in front of me of, the mountain, where I'm on the top of the mountain and I want to lift everyone up,
Right. Just
just
come on.
pull them. So I'm going to tug all those moms up and pull them up, because we've got so much in us. We've got the energies, we've got the talents. Why to suppress it? So I moved from a, 9 to 5 job into a homemaker, helping in my community, helping in non-profitable organizations,
Wow.
and be the counselor. And now I am life coach. So everything is helping me to really be where I am right now. So I'm
Mm.
just loving this journey, and the experience has been fantastic, fantastic.
I am
And
so
there's
happy for
so much,
you.
and it's nothing that you cannot do. If you want to do it,
Do it.
you can do it, right? You just need a little guidance. That's where what we moms do, even with our kids, right? If they
Mm-hmm.
come up, once they become older, they say, okay, I want to join university, I want to become a lawyer, I want to do this. So we just believe, yes, you can go ahead. Okay, tell me what you want. Let's storm the colleges, let's do that. So
Just make a plan,
similar, if
right?
yeah, and there's a lot of opportunities in business. I think in our times, it's not only just be a lawyer, a doctor, a physician, and different pharmacists, the basic ones.
Mm-hmm.
But right now, there is so much you could really lift somebody up.
You can do
So I'm
so much. I mean, I'm a witness. My children, before I stopped them from watching YouTube, but they used to watch YouTube of other kids opening up toys. Like they will never ask me to buy them these toys, but they watch kids open up these toys on YouTube for hours. And those kids are making millions of dollars as children. So
Mhm.
if anyone is out there and you think that you can't do something, trust me, you can. Hopefully it's legal, right? We only support legal activities, but you can do it. All you have to do is believe that you can and make that plan. We talk about moonwalking into things all the time here on our lives, but Miss
Definitely.
Daphne is here too to let you know as well. You can do it. Just do it. Just do it. Well, Miss
And the
Daphne,
best
oh,
is of the
okay.
coaching, Tony, to add on that it's a non-judgmental zone. We
That's
don't
awesome.
judge, don't look down on you that, okay, you're not capable and blah, blah, blah. That's not the case. So
Mm-mm.
you can just come transparent, and everything is confidential.
Yeah,
So that's
yeah,
where I think sometimes, you need to, with the limiting beliefs, you need to give that confidence to the mom that what you are sharing with me is staying here. I'm
right.
just going to help you to be at your best self.
That's all we can hope for is to be our best
Exactly.
selves. Oh,
Yeah.
oh my gosh! I felt. Let me just give you a virtual hug.
Yeah.
I hope you feel it. Okay, so Miss Daphne was amazing, you guys, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and have her go to the back, and we're just gonna say goodbye to her real quick. Miss Daphne, if you can stay on, so I can give you a proper goodbye behind the scenes. Is that okay?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. All right, everybody, say thank you, Miss Daphne.
Thanks, guys. Hope to get in touch with you.
Yes, yes. Reach out to her on Facebook.
Yeah, and if they would like to get a downloadable book, something to work on, they
Ooh,
could leave their emails with you, and I'm happy to offer that to all
message
your
me, you
audience,
guys.
the downloadable. And
Oh.
also that I'm running a special offer for Christmas.
Oh, tell me about the special offer.
Yeah, and that's going to be a 20% discount on all bookings. So, yeah, dive in. Let's make Christmas beautiful, right?
Let's
With
make
our loved
Christmas
ones.
beautiful.
Love is in the air, and step into 2021 into something new, set high goals and standards for ourselves.
Oh,
All right,
if you guys didn't catch that, she said you get a 20% off discount. Put your email in the comments or message me personally if you don't want it all out there in the internet sphere, right? 20% off of her services for it's a Christmas special. So you can start your 2021 with positivity and some awesome goals, you guys. So definitely leave it in the comments or send me a message. I'm always on here. So, all right, Miss Daphne, I'm going
Thank
to see you
you.
in the back.
Thanks, guys. See you. Bye-bye.
Oh my gosh, you guys. I love Miss Daphne. I love that she is Miss Daphne. I love that she is in Dubai. I love that she's a life and business coach. There's not a lot of people out there that do both. So when you find someone who does both and it has just such a rich amount of support and experience to back it, you're golden, right? All you got to do is book that free consultation to make sure that you guys vibe, and then you can move forward. The last thing that I really love about Miss Daphne, and I'll let you go because we've been here for just a minute, is the fact that she is making an impact. I said it when she was on the video. I want to make sure I say it again. If you have a business, if you're thinking about starting a business, make sure that business is making an impact. Make sure that there's something that you are doing to help someone, to change someone's lives for the better. And your business will be around for days, years, decades. It'll be your legacy. So think about that. Think about your why. Think about how you can be helpful and leave your positive mark on the world. All right? All right, you guys. I will check you guys on Wednesday. Wednesday, we have a special guest, and she's doing something super cool that none of our guests have done yet. We're actually going to be cooking live on Wednesday. Don't miss it. All right, you guys. Have a good night. Bye.